Cooling in hot climates is just as important as heating in cold climates. As temperatures rise around the globe and median incomes increase, the importance of cooling and access to air conditioning will go up, with impacts on energy systems and the environment. For this reason, energy-efficient cooling equipment in building design are fundamental to ensuring affordable access to cooling and to limit the environmental impact of the increase in cooling supply. According to MDAT, an international disaster database, heat waves caused 128,885 deaths around the world between 2000 and 2015. In 2015, heat waves were linked to 2,500 deaths in India and 2,000 deaths in Pakistan. High temperatures also have wide-reaching effects on health and productivity. There is substantial evidence of the negative effects on mental health of poor sleep, which can be caused by high indoor temperatures. Similarly, high temperatures reduce productivity, affect education and workplace performance. For all of these reasons, energy-efficient cooling is an essential component to the health and well-being of building occupants. Let's take a closer look at health, which isn't a benefit that we always associate with energy efficiency. Today, there's increasing attention to air quality issues, in particular in emerging economies due to emissions from vehicles, energy production, and cook stoves. Energy efficiency measures can also have a dramatic effect on creating healthy indoor environments by offering warmth as medicine. Energy efficiency investments in insulation, cleaner heating, and more efficient appliances make indoor environments warmer, drier, and cleaner, improving respiratory health, cardiovascular health, and mental health. This has the potential to dramatically improve the health and well-being, with broader benefits for occupants' participation in society. In low-income households in particular, the mental health impacts of reducing chronic thermal discomfort, stress, and depression are significant. In New Zealand, which we mentioned earlier, the health and well-being benefits of residential energy efficiency programs were counted alongside traditional measures of energy savings and greenhouse gas emissions reductions. This pushed the benefit-cost ratio up to $4 for every dollar invested. In this particular case, from the Warm Up New Zealand program, 99% of those benefits represented improved health. These health improvements could have a major impact on public health, address social equity, and give children a better start in life. Modeling suggests that implementing a high energy efficiency scenario could save $99 billion in public health spending in Europe out to 2020. Let's consider a very different example of energy efficiency benefits, the example of dishwashers. When we think of dishwashers and clothes washers, we may think of them as just a household appliance. Buyers will often focus on price, size, and aesthetics rather than energy consumption. Yet the benefits of energy-efficient dishwashers are wide-ranging, even when compared to hand washing. And considering that clothes and dishwashing are some of the most energy and water-intensive household activities, it's worth taking a closer look. The following data are from a study conducted by Energy Star, a label for energy-efficient equipment based in the U.S. The data demonstrate that there are several benefits to energy-efficient dishwashers over hand washing and of energy-efficient clothes washers. They can reduce electricity and water consumption, and therefore bills. They can save time, and your clothes will dry faster. Energy-efficient washers can help clothes last longer. Consider the health benefits of improving operations and maintenance in a hospital in Chile. The Instituto de Neurocirugía Asenjo is one of the oldest and most important health centers in Chile, with 22,400 meters squared of area spread over 5 floors. As in any hospital, its operations require intensive use of energy, such as in hot water systems, heating, cooling, and lighting. And energy efficiency gains may contribute to better services. In 2015, the hospital was part of the Programa de Eficiencia Energética en Edificios Públicos, undergoing several improvements, such as use of heat pumps for air conditioning and heating, switching old light bulbs for LED bulbs, thermal regulation of the building according to climate conditions, and supervisory system for hospital equipment. For $225,538, the project resulted in annual savings of $93,532, annual energy savings of 950 megawatt hours, annual avoided carbon emissions of 365.6 tons of CO2, and an investment payback of just 2.5 years. Energy-efficient lighting can play an important role in delivering safety and security, while reducing energy use and light pollution through better quality light and lighting controls with sensors. Consider the example of Villa 31 in Buenos Aires. The neighborhood of Villa 31 is located in the country's capital and has a population of more than 43,000 people. It suffers from deteriorated infrastructure, with houses lacking not only minimal construction aspects to ensure thermal comfort, but also limited, unreliable, and non-standard electricity connections, posing a safety hazard for homeowners and everyone in the surrounding area. To improve the living standards of its residents, the Argentinian government is conducting a combined effort with the World Bank, entitled Proyecto de Transformación Urbana del Área Metropolitana de Buenos Aires, or the Project for Urban Transformation in the Buenos Aires metropolitan area. The urbanization project is completely changing the landscape of the area, and energy efficiency efforts are based on multiple measures, not only improving safety, but also offering other benefits, including increased reliability of electrical systems, reducing outage frequency, and improving living conditions. Additionally, more residents will have access to energy services. Existing electricity, water, and gas connections will be set to standard, reducing the possibility of accidents such as electrical fires or gas leakages. Modernizing insulation, heating, and air conditioning systems in the residences, increasing thermal comfort, and reducing electricity bills. Substitution of older appliances for more energy-efficient ones, such as wood cooking stoves for electric stoves. Several individual energy efficiency projects are being carried out at Villa 31, but one stands out: the Centro de Desarrollo Emprendedor y Laboral, or CEDEL. The multiple measures conducted at the building allowed it to obtain the first building in Argentina to receive EDGE certification. A question that households often ask when faced with energy efficiency investment options is, will it save me money? The answer to the question is often yes. This graphic demonstrates that the financial savings for households from energy efficiency programs are real and substantial, and the savings are truly global. Japanese households have saved on average more than 30% on their energy bills, while Germany, France, and the UK have each saved around 30%. In Mexico and the United States, households have saved about 10% of their energy bill on average. And in China, which as we've seen has ramped up activity on energy efficiency, savings have been about 25% of household bills. Energy efficiency can also benefit property owners by increasing property values. In the latest report of the World Green Building Trends, data from investments on green and efficient buildings of 86 different countries from all continents were collected and analyzed, with Latin American countries such as Brazil, Colombia, and Mexico featuring in the list. The analyses were conducted for both new buildings and retrofits. 4 of the attributes studied were the decreased 12-month operating costs, the decreased 5-year operating costs, the payback time for the green investments, and the increase in asset value according to the owners of the buildings. Please take a moment to consider the global results, as well as those for the region of South America, Central America, and the Caribbean, Brazil, and Colombia. Globally, new green buildings result in a 7% increase in property value, and retrofits result in a 5% increase in property value. In Latin America, new buildings generally have a payback of 6 years regarding the incremental cost of efficient measures, whereas retrofits observe a lower payback of 5 years. 12-month operating costs are reduced by 9% in Brazil, 10% in Colombia, and 11% for the region for new green buildings, while for green retrofits, the 12-month operating cost reductions are a bit lower, about 8% for Brazil and the region and 5% for Colombia. 5-year operating cost savings are even greater, at 22% for the region, 18% for Colombia, and 14% for Brazil for new green buildings. Savings are greater for retrofits as well, between 14 and 20%. Let's consider a few other benefits that energy efficiency can deliver to building occupants. Increased labor productivity by 6 to 16%. A better environment for learning, with test scores showing 20 to 26% faster learning. Decreasing rates of cold and flu by as much as 20%, as well as reduced respiratory disease, reduced allergies and asthma, reduced sick building syndrome, and improvements in worker performance. And local job creation. A Danish trade union study found a 100% increase in employment intensity for energy efficiency improvements compared to other mitigation options.